Oh, I have got this guy under lock and key. And he's really not gonna like what I do to him next. I just had to stream this because it's funny. Air units aren't gonna help. Oh no, I didn't protect the hacker well enough. That's okay. It's a thought that counts. Oops. No. Yeah, there you go. He'll probably quit, but this is absolutely hilarious to me. I just can't help myself. This is hilarious because he's specking heavier into air units, which isn't going to help because fangs are anti-air. And that hacker's gonna eventually get the rhino. At that point, rage quit. I'm calling it. Oh yeah, I should probably turn on audio. Here comes the rage quit. Oh no, the hacker. He doesn't understand. Big unit better. Why small unit hurt? No. Yeah, at this point, I've handily gotten him beat. I could even go into debt for more fangs. And then, yeah. I'm gonna have to save the replay on this and just laugh all the way to the bank with it, because, oh, this is funny. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts those wasps, man. You spent so much money on that, and they're not helping you one bit. Okay? He's trying to stop the hacker from. The hacker was extra. The problem is the fangs. And the tank front line really just solidifies the fang rush. And missiles do nothing to. Or the single missile won't do anything. And even the explosive rhino doesn't hurt the fangs because they absorb one shot. That shield absorbs one shot. And he's not going Vulcan, which is okay. You're just gonna let me run you over with fangs. The answer was Vulcan like a while ago. Now I think it's even too late for Vulcan. I think he's gonna stop me from getting that rhino. That's funny. And I have my flanks blocked by fangs, and there's nothing you can put on the flanks with those upgraded, fully upgraded fangs. There's nothing you can flank me with that would push through the fangs before I kill you. Oh, he put all the wasps over there in the corner. But he's still not going Vulcan, which I don't know how much that would help anyway. But the missiles don't do anything. They absorb one hit. Oh, it looks like I got the rhino. And it's over. You can be tricky with those freaking. I'm saving that. You can be tricky with those wasps all you like. When I have that many fangs, it doesn't matter. In fact, why don't we just watch that replay? Where do we look at replays at? Let's watch that replay just to see how quickly, just how quickly he fell off. So I was like, elite specialist, fang sledgehammer. And I was like, yeah, it's all right. Everybody doesn't. I know a lot of people don't like elite specialists just because they're like, hey, you can't ever win. It's like you're just not using it right. Being able to recruit elite units from the start is really good, actually. Let's see, where's the chat at? I hate that I have to like keep clicking that box to fucking make chat go away. So I was like, oh, my fangs get countered by mustangs. That's alright though. Fangs get stronger later on in the game, especially as elite specialist. And the tanks counter the mustangs. And then the tanks can eat a few shots from the marksman before they go down. And then any mass unit will counter marksman. So like fangs, crawlers, mustangs, wasps. We have a lot of units, I mean. So first round one, no big deal. I see Assault Fang, and it's just like at this point, I know the game's mine. It's just like Assault Fang, okay, I'll take it. Now they grab elite, or they grab intelligent arc light, but then they have a Rhino reinforcement coming too. So I thought I was gonna lose this round because I was like, ah, their Mustangs blasted through the fangs, but then I was like, wait a second. The fangs did their job and countered the marksman by eating the shots from the marksman, and the tanks just cleaned up with like almost zero damage on the tanks. So I chose to skip because you need a lot of money when you're an elite specialist. Plus, I don't like all the gimmick abilities you get. Like, you could shoot the enemy side of the battlefield with some missiles sometimes. It's like, but you only can do it one turn. It's like, okay, that's a gimmick. Unless you stack all your gimmicks for the final round and then have units that can actually deal enough damage to the enemy HP. They're mostly gimmicks, and anybody else is going to run you over if they keep. Well, not anybody else, but most of the players will run you over with units if you keep going with gimmicks. So I saw the rhino and I was like, oh, hacker would be great. Anytime you see rhinos, especially when they go explosive rhino, just think, a hacker would be really nice. This round or two, I was like, oh, I actually lose this round, don't I? And then the tanks just hold out. So now I'm just giggling to myself. Then I was like speed specialist. I think there was what was it? So defense specialist would have been good too, but speed specialist just to speed up the fangs and get them on top of the enemy units is way better than going defense specialist because the shield does so much for the fangs. And then I go immediately into these two upgrades when I go elite specialist because you need your units to survive. So as soon as the round starts, I got those two upgrades. Again, just skipping for more money. And I've been putting, last turn I put some fangs on the flank over here. Finished out putting flanks over there. Or anti-flank, I should say. So he's got those wasps at one point, and he would have been like, oh, I could just flank him with the wasps. The fangs would have completely wiped him out like they already do. So like he was betting on this doing something, but when he saw the hacker, like eyeballs got big. And so when you start seeing enemy start throwing hackers out, you're like, uh oh. Look how little damage that explosive rhino did anyway to the fangs. It just ate the shield. And then from here, I'm just like, I can capture that rhino if I just add a little more front line over here. But the real winner is upgrading all the units. Doubling their health and damage every time you upgrade them. Level 3 fangs are really nasty. Plus they've gotten a whole bunch of upgrades at this point. He hasn't specialized into larger giant units at all. But even if he did, I do get Ignite anyway, later on. But I would have gotten it earlier if he went into giant units. Because Ignite would kill Overlords. I mean, the Fangs right now themselves would kill a level 1 Overlord. The Vulcan would be problematic, but even an Ignite could get into a Vulcan. And then the tanks could also just help soak a Vulcan's attack. The Wasps were really not the answer. Like he was trying to be so fancy with these Wasps, and it just didn't do nothing. Because I spread out my army, I was like, well, I don't want to clump up all in one spot, because all you need is a gimmick to destroy that army. Like maybe that was missile bait or whatever, but it was just like I had more important things to do, like upgrading all my fangs. Now the fangs are burning through the arc lights and the marksman exceptionally fast with the ignite. And like fangs shouldn't be strong against arc lights, but since I have ignite, they burn through that armor upgrade on the arc lights. Look how many he's got. 5 arc lights, 6 arc light, and that one's level 3. Level 4 even. So Ignite is even better against that because the more health they have, the faster Ignite does its work. I even take a point of HP damage this round. Or this whole game. Like, pretty much played to perfection. Well, at least for this match because I didn't take any HP damage, right? Ugh. And then it's like, oh, I could do this if I have that one more turn. And then that was the last turn. You just get fanged to death. That was awesome. Anyway, that was just a fun little stream I wanted to do because I just had the opportunity. That was really fun. And on YouTube, yeah. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you know how to beat that. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.